Night scenes of protest like this one that brought hundreds of people into downtown Cincinnati are turning to celebration. Now 6 Baltimore officers charged in the death of Freddie Gray. Tonight, 9 on Your Side's Julie O'Neill checks in with the protesters, getting their reaction to these latest developments. Julie?
Yeah, Carol, their indictment's just exactly what protesters were asking for in the Queen City last night. Tonight, they're saying mission almost accomplished.
They gathered, hundreds holding signs and raising their voices that Black Lives Matter. This rally and others held across the nation, not just noise, says organizer Brian Taylor.
I think the indictments represent an important victory.
Taylor believes all the outcry helped to get an outcome in Baltimore.
It's our actions that had a huge part. I think if there wasn't an outcry, if there weren't people who stood up, if there wasn't a video that sort of showed the beginning of what happened, this might have been swept under the rug.
It's very sad. It's very sad that policing has digressed in some communities to this. I feel terrible for Baltimore. I feel terrible for any officer that crosses the line to a point where he or she is charged criminally. It's a tragedy.
Cincinnati Police Chief Jeffrey Blackwell didn't want to say more on Baltimore, but did say our peaceful protest last night speaks to a positive approach to policing in Cincinnati.
I thought ours was different because we're more engaged and we were there in the crowd and we were talking to people.
Cincinnati police has been harassing citizens all night.
He added that the small crowd of a few dozen who took to the streets after the rally didn't help matters.
How does that impact police-community relations and the narrative that gets out there?
It does impact it because they're insightful, they're inflammatory in the midst of the rest of the crowd. And so we're keenly aware of their involvement and we pay close attention to them.
Brian Taylor with Black Lives Matter did want to make clear that the group's mission is not yet accomplished. They're glad to see indictments, but want to see convictions and, yes, jail time.